Another person, man, that I want to say was a huge part of my childhood growing up. Very shocking news, bro. I really couldn't believe it. When my homie shared it to the group chat, I'm like, bro, did you look this up? But unfortunately, Malcolm Jamal Warner, you know, we known him, or he is best known as his role. There you go, THEO, baby. On the Huxtables. I mean,
Malcolm and that legendary shirt.
Come on, man. Come on.
Malcolm and
This
Eddie.
is
that legendary shirt in the Cosby Show. What was that? Garcia? I forgot the name of the designer.
Gordon Gartrell.
Gordon Gartrell. Yeah, and also the G.
Yo.
Yeah, that legendary shirt, boy.
That is crazy.
The shirt that Cuba Gooding Jr. had on in Boys in the Hood.
Man.
Okay.
Those probably the two most famous fucked up shirts in the game right there. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? But actually, well, I think because if I remember that episode right, didn't his sister try to sew him that shirt? That's why I looked all fucked up or something.
Yeah, his sister trying to make it for him.
Yeah, his sister trying to make it for him. Right. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, man.
Real time. I've seen that real time.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
The buttons all messed up. Everything.
Facts. Sleeve was
that's a classic episode, man. That's definitely viral. Going viral again.
Oh yeah, it's all over the place, man, and for good reason, because those were key moments. Like, just like music, when you hear a song, it takes you back to a certain period of time. That's just like with TV too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That takes you back to a certain period of time. Right. It was crazy. Some moments you forget, like when he's singing the jazz song, coming downstairs with the motherfucking brim on and the trench coat on, and the whole family dancing, back up singing. Those type of moments will live forever, man. And because really, the Cosby Show was the first of its kind. You know what I'm saying? We had the Jeffersons. We had, what's the other show? Good Times. You know what I'm saying? And they show different images of Black life. But I think that this might have been the first time where you had an upper class family that they put on TV. Because this wasn't a middle class family, right? Because I think, Bill Cosby played a doctor, right?
And Brownstone in New York.
And I believe Claire was Claire a lawyer?
Lawyer, yeah.
Right. So they both making six figures a year. So so back then them niggas on a brownstone in New York. So,
but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, it was different that you had people making all that bread in the upscale New York neighborhood, but they still had a Black identity. You know what I'm saying? That's what made them so lovable. You know what I mean? Like, a real family can climb these heights and you ain't gotta be, you know what I'm saying, acting like you Braxton all motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? You can still be yourself. So that's how I kind of felt when I saw THEO. Like, he was super cool in my book. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Shit, THEO was that dude back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought it was cool how he navigated, how he was in that situation, but he still kept his Black identity. I just like how they wrote the characters on the Cosby Show, man. Super dope.
Yep.
Oh, man. Tragically, bro.
Accidental drowning, bro.
Accidental drowning. And you know what? Listen,
I love the ocean, man.
I love the ocean too, but I like looking at it more than swimming in it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. That salty water ain't where it's at, but I understand. You in the marine life. But I'd rather give me a pool, nigga. Shit, I'd rather swim in the pool, man. But I understand people's love for swimming with the ocean. It is dope being one with nature, but unfortunately, being one with nature means you gotta bend to nature's will. And they were saying that particular area he was swimming in has those high currents that are, bring you down, sweep you away. So unfortunate, man. That's not a, easy way to go. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, man, just have a lot of sympathy for his family. It's just shocking, bro. Just out of nowhere. You know, it's crazy, man. Down in Costa
Yeah,
Rica
he
too.
literally like just dropped the video before he going on vacation.
Yeah, I think people been sharing this last video. He
I don't
made
know if y'all
mention
saw
about
it.
his daughter. And he had dropped a
Yeah,
video like 2 months
that
ago.
was right before they went on vacation.
Right, they was on vacation, right, celebrating his daughter's birthday. I don't want to be wrong, but I believe he was celebrating his daughter's birthday. But he just did a video 2 months ago. He sat down with Melissa Ford, and he was talking about his legacy. You know, it's kind of eerie. You know what I'm saying? He like, she was asking, how do you want your legacy to be remembered? You know, and it's just crazy. 2 months after that, we're now discussing how his legacy will be remembered. You know what I mean? So, man, it's crazy, bro. But you never know. That's why things ain't a
Tomorrow ain't
coincidence.
promised.
You know what I'm saying? Things ain't a coincidence, and perhaps he needed to get his story out, get his thoughts out, because you never know what's ahead.
Yeah, tomorrow ain't promised, man.
Tomorrow ain't
Not
promised,
promised.
bro. And it's crazy if you notice the background picture, you see the woman he's accompanied by. That was his former girlfriend before she passed on. That's Myra that played on Family Matters, and they dated for like 6 years before she
Yeah,
passed on.
she
So
died.
yeah, I believe some type of cancer, if I'm not
She died
mistaken.
from like cancer. Yeah, cancer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say like
So
lupus or something. I could be wrong.
yeah, it could have been lupus. Yeah, I think you might be
Okay.
right on that. But it's just, now they together again. I just think that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but R.I.P. to the family. You'll be missed. It was good to hear Bill Cosby. He, I think, called in maybe to a radio station and gave his words. It was just, it was just good to hear from Bill. You know what I'm saying, on the subject. Because and it's funny that I'm sorry, Malcolm had made this comment in that interview he did 2 months ago. His mom was like, "You realize that Bill Cosby has made you immortal." You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. So it was good to hear from Bill, man, because I know they had a close relationship, and he was saying that people thought they didn't talk, but he was like, "Man, he called me regularly. We always talk." You know what I'm saying? So it's good to know that they still had a relationship.
I can see that.
Oh yeah, man, that's super dope. He was like,
I can see
he
that.
loved to listen. He called him a studier. He was always studying. You know what I'm saying? He always wanted to know more. So, and I'm sure Bill Cosby is full of knowledge. So I can understand that relationship.
Right.